Scruffy Audio Network.
I get one clap today. Hey, everybody, how are you? How is Ben? Ben, thanks for coming in today and subbing for the producer. She's ill, so I appreciate it. And try to show me a time because we got cats in here that have to get going. Happy Friday, everybody. I am here with a special friend of mine that we had a long acquaintance back in high school, Mr. T Higgins. T, how are you, buddy?
Good, how are you?
This is going to be fun. I got my boy A-Dob in here. He has to catch a flight. He's been in town working with T. T is in town training for the NFL Combine. It's on our 5th week. We knew each other in high school some, so we had a relationship before, but now he is about to embark on a huge, huge adventure of the NFL. So, T, I open up every podcast show with one question. A-Dob had to answer it about 3 weeks ago, and I want you to answer it. I know you fly out today to get ready for the NFL Combine, and it's been one hell of a journey the last 5 weeks. I really loved it, and you're easy, man. I mean, it's nice. Okay, when did you know that you were different?
That's a tough question. I'll have to say probably in high school, my freshman year, I was getting real frustrated with my quarterback. He wasn't giving me the ball a lot. I maybe touched the ball like twice a game. And, that one game towards the end of the season, I had got the ball, he threw me the ball like the 5-yard line, backed up on our 5-yard line, and I took it, 95 yards. And, that play, my coach came up to me and was like, man, you're going to be special. And ever since then, I just kept that in my head, and I just kept working from there.
That's when you know you were different.
Yep.
That's amazing, because I asked that question to everybody from Harrison Smith to Aaron Dobson to CJ Prosise. They all have different answers. And that's probably one of the best questions. I give a big shout out to Dave Marlowe, helped me come up with that question. It really starts the podcast off well. Okay, so in high school, you played 2 sports, correct?
Yep.
Basketball, football. And your love was?
Basketball.
It's funny you say that, because Chad Pennington's love was basketball, but he knew he'd excel more into football. But you probably had both, right? You could have.
Yeah. I had a few offers in basketball.
Just a few.
Yeah. Not too many.
He's humble, A-Dob. He's humble. So A-Dob went live on his Instagram. That was kind of cool.
It looked like he live right now.
He did his live the whole time, which was really cool. So take us through the journey of where you are today. So you were, of course, a high school freak. Could have went anywhere, played. You go to Clemson. You have. I'll just give a brief summary for you. You go 3 years. You're out. How was your experience of? Again, you're going to be special. Your coach said that as a freshman in high school. Maybe I'll do a 2-part question on this. When did you know that, man, I think I could play professional football?
Okay, I'm going to give you a little background on me. So me growing up, my mom was in and out of the house with the drug addiction. And, so I was bouncing house from house with my aunts and my grandma. So, I really didn't have a mom growing up or dad, because my dad was always out the house, running and in prison and out of prison. So, just bouncing house to house. So fast forward into, middle school, my mom finally got clean. So I started staying with her, which was good, building that relationship back with her, and then, playing sports. She stand on top of my head with my grades. Then fast forwarding back to high school, fast forwarding sophomore year. That's when I first got my first offer from North Carolina. And then, UNC, ever since then, I just knew that if I keep working, I can get more offers and, probably get a better school. And, I was committed to Tennessee. I committed real early my sophomore year to Tennessee. And they had a coaches change, and I decommitted from there. I ended up at Clemson. And the reason I chose Clemson is because, Dabo Swinney, he just gave me that family feel that, I didn't want to be too far away from home, but I wanted to get away from here as well. And so he just gave me that family feel to where it made me feel at home. You know, Clemson's kind of a small town like Oak Ridge, so that's why I chose Clemson.
All right, so that's a cool beginning. A-Dob, I don't know if you knew that, and that's what I love about this podcast. From Nicky Delmonico opening up with his drug addiction and how it set him back in the Major League Baseball scene. It's really neat that you could come forward and talk about that, because that actually helps. When you said bouncing house to house, that I see that now. I mean, because if the listeners and viewers don't know that he lives with me in the training combine, everybody lives with me, and we eat together, we laugh together, we have fun. We, most of the time don't get mad. You're a pretty even keel guy, but and I could see you staying with me more when you get back and doing the thing. You do crave family, but then you're used to on the go. You move around, but I think that you feel pretty good at my house of like that's my base, but I'm shooting darts everywhere. That makes sense from your upbringing, because when you do these podcasts and people break everything down, your childhood is really who you are and what you really become, and that's really cool that you could talk about that. So you go to Clemson. And when did you know, like, did you start as a freshman? Because I know you came through here as a junior, and we did some special things on the turf, and I was like, this kid's special, but special, special talent is one thing, but now knowing you as a person, I was like, that's what I groove with, is like, he's special. Aaron Dobson, like, he's like a son to me. He's special. So that's what I like. So when did you know, like, okay, I'm special, and did you play as a freshman?
So, yeah, obviously once I got to Clemson, I knew I was pretty special. Not too many guys can, make it out of high school and get to college. So, especially to play D1. So I knew my coach had told me, man, you're talented to play here, but, talent's just not going to get you on the field. You have to be skilled at this position, and, you have to know the ins and outs of it, and you got to know the playbook down. You got to get the playbook down. So I didn't play as much my freshman year. I actually didn't play a game. I didn't play the Syracuse game we lost, and that frustrated me, because I've been on the field since, freshman year. I've never missed a game, never not played, and that once I didn't play that game, it put something in my mind like, man, you gotta get to work. This not you. You don't not touch the field, and ever since then, I know I just been studying, watching film, and that next year I became a starter.
Your sophomore year?
Yeah.
All right, so freshman year you didn't see the field?
Not as much, no.
But you did a little. But did you feel like, where did you feel like you were behind?
Just film
work.
Yeah.
That damn board work, A-Dob.
Just not knowing, like, the ins and outs of our plays and not knowing all the concepts. I was just really trying to focus on my position and my routes on each play. And I wasn't real physical, like strong. So I was, $185 going into college. And, coach was telling me you're going to have to be real bigger. You're going to have to get bigger if you want to play at the next level, or even play at this level. And so I really took that to heart. And then next season, I played at 205.
Did you come home at all in the summers or stay there?
I stayed there. I wanted to stay away from here. So
yeah. So, but your mom was here, right? She was settled back?
Yeah, she was here.
All right. So now you go through your sophomore year, and again, when did you know that I think I might be able to play professional football? Did it come easy for you?
I mean, no, nothing comes easy. You got to work for everything in life. And, I just this is always my dream, and I told my mom, man, even if I don't make it to the NFL, I'm going to graduate with a degree so I can get a good job. And, this is just another thing that, I wanted to accomplish. But, even if it didn't work out, I was okay with going to get a regular job and making money that way. But, just happening is just, it's all God. So,
it's funny to you say that, and A-Dob could vouch for this. There's certain people that come through this Woodgym that are destined to do their thing, and God gave you those gifts, and it's biblical. It's a sin not to oil those gifts and work that craft. your special talent. And we've had some guys come through that are like baseball, football. So, A-Dob, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if I could see you just doing a regular job because you're very God gave you some gifts that you could help other people with. You know, like that's where you could make your mark in life. And I tell you, his route running, A-Dob, is beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it's amazing. And that's the thing that you love doing the most. I mean, there's other things that you like doing that I see in the house, but that's the one that I see the most, of running routes and playing for a long time. So take me through. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it. Take me through the process now that you've the combine training. God, it's a grind, isn't it?
Oh, man, yeah.
I mean, it's a grind. It's 5 weeks now. You go from the national championship game. You rest up. How did you overall like the experience of what you've done the last 5 weeks? We've never talked about that on a podcast show before, and I think you're the first one that I'd want to open that up with. How did you like being with Petrone?
You know, it's different. You know, a lot of guys like this, or IMG, Exos, you know, they have those strength coaches just like, that's going to push you. You know, you just a guy that's laid back, and if you want to get the work done, you're going to get the work done. But if you don't, you don't. And, you know, that's on you. You treat us like men with how we supposed to be treated. And, you know, I really appreciate that. And, you know, sometimes you can get onto me, but, you know, you just teach us and teach us the right techniques, and it happens. And you've seen guys from the past with using those techniques, they run great 40s, and then they go out there and get drafted in the first round. So, and
the living, is that unique to living with Petrone in his house? I know that's a ball of wax and a big box of assorted cherries and chocolates. How is that?
You know, it's different living with an Italian. You know, it was my first time, so it's pretty fun. You know, it's no different than what my house. Actually, you know, we all rah be up and at it.
Yeah,
it's the only thing that's different is the Italian food that you cook, which is really good, by the way.
Thank you.
And y'all go to sleep mad early.
Hey,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I just love to play the game up at night. So.
Yeah. Thanks, Dr. James Chu, for doing the sleep podcast ones that try to help me out some. But, you know, I just never asked those questions before with all the guys, even Harrison that lived with me. We rapped about other things. But since we're so new into our journey of a relationship, I thought it'd be nice to ask what you thought of the training, of the house. It's totally different, I know, than anything out there. I think it makes it unique. Having fun, I think I've switched over some years ago with some things happening in my life to go, screw it, man, I want to start having some fun with some work. And work can be fun. And, you know, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, my number one guy, he talked about that. Is like, work could be fun. And I think I've always taken that to heart, of trying to make it fun for people like yourself that is not going to be a gym rat. You're not going to be the guy that, like, Charlie, I got to get in the gym. Let's get going. So I think I'll always be employed by T Higgins Inc. at some point through his life of training to, hey, he keeps me accountable and he keeps me here. So now you get on the plane and you go to Combine. What's your thoughts on that? Do you start getting anxious right now? Because it's go time. You know, we put the work in. Now it's time. So how are you? You know, because I know you, but you're a different cat too. Are you laid back? Will you get tense? You answer it.
You know, it's just like before a game. You know, you got those butterflies. Like, I have butterflies now just thinking about it, you know. But I know once I get out there and get the moving around, it's time to perform, you know. And that's how I was in the games. You know, once I get that first play, it's go time. And that's just how I feel right now.
Do you feel like you're ready? You feel like you're prepared? You've had A-Dob for 3 weeks. You've had me for 5 weeks. You've had Chad Pennington some, Harrison Smith in here. Do you feel like I feel like we've done a pretty good job, Aaron, of what to expect.
Yeah, I feel like you guys really prepared me, you know.
Just the chats. I mean, I remember Harrison saying just be on your best behavior for 3 to 4 days. And he doesn't say much.
Well, it sucks that it's not going to be 3 to 4 days this year. It's going to be a whole week.
No, it's different.
It's very different. But, you know, I just got to go in there and lock in for 7 days. And, you know, I've done that before, and it's just go time.
You feel like you're ready?
Oh, yeah.
We've done our job.
Just got to run a good 40. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. I don't know about all the other stuff, but that's on him.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And then, okay, so here's the thing nobody asks about. After Combine, you put your numbers down. What's next? What's your next move? How are you what we call pivoting? We got 2 months before the draft.
Yeah, so, teams hold private workouts. So, I'd be bouncing around from team to team between those times, doing interviews with them at the private workouts, and I got to stay on top of my training.
And the training's going to be different. So now it's not going to be 3 to 4 hours a day, the grind or whatever. It's going to now I come up with a different program for you, different formula. Not laid back, but it's going to be a little bit different. Of you're going to be in and out. Keeping in contact of if you're gone for 3 or 4 days. Hey, Chaz, what do I do when I'm there? And then we figure that out. But that's where the lull comes in. That's what Harrison and I have talked about before. Is you have 2 months. And the guy that they saw Combine, Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong, the guy that they saw Combine, they want that same guy reporting to camp. And sometimes they're out of shape because they rested on their Combine body and numbers. Mm-hmm. So you got to stay on top of it, but not like a grind. Because here's the thing, the short shuttles are gone, L drills are gone, the linear 40 work is gone, the jumps are gone. We're going to just be training and you probably knock some rust off with some routes. Yeah. Right?
Right. Knock that rust off.
And that's it.
Yeah.
This is going to be one hell of a journey. I'm really excited for, and I think the kid's pretty loyal. I think once he figures out the people he could have in his circle, I don't think he's going to veer from it. And I just want to say thank you for choosing me, and thank you for trusting me, bringing A-Dob, and just having one hell of a time, man, because life's a journey, and as we know, we've gone through some shit the last couple months of seeing, a Kobe guy and everybody gone. That it's not, we're not promised tomorrow or the next hour. So make everything happen, and I can't wait to see your journey. It's going to be awesome, and I know we got to wrap it up because everybody's got to do their things. My boy's got to bolt out. T's going to maybe get a workout, maybe not. We got to discuss how he feels on that. We might have to go to breakfast and chill, but he's got to bolt out too. But I hope that we have a relationship for many years. And I don't say this loosely, and I love you, and I think the world of you, and your past only makes you stronger, and your past is who you are, and you go forward with that. So with that, T Higgins, kick ass this year. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, for sure. One more thing.
Yes,
I was gonna get that tattoo, but if I get a tattoo, I'm gonna know it's free, and I need to pay, so I got to come back.
So you got to be accountable.
Yeah.
So that's love. Much love to that. Loyal to the soil. All right, baby. I love you. Thank you.
Love.